Retirement is a phase in our lives that we should prepare for. Yes, it's something to look forward to and enjoy, but to do that, we should be able to prepare for it. This way, we can ensure that all our needs for the years to come are provided given that we will need to stop working. Today's video will focus on the top 13 things you must do before retirement. Number 1. Prepare a plan. One that should be obvious, but it all begins with the decision to put the project together once you realize it. When you want to retire, you can set up a strong foundation that will allow you to carry out your retirement plans successfully. It doesn't have to be a list of things that are too serious. A plan will help you construct a sensible checklist without making any rushed judgments. It may be your ticket to the most extended vacation you ever had, so why not have fun while you're doing it? Number 2. Be aware of the source of your retirement income. It may seem apparent, but when you reach retirement age, it's critical to understand which accounts to withdraw from and when to reassess. There are several sources of guaranteed income, including Social Security pensions, existing annuities, and income-producing investments, including IRAs, 401ks, taxable investment accounts, and savings accounts. Understanding how Social Security will affect your taxes and income once you start claiming it is essential. Number 3. Avoid lifestyle inflation. The temptation to spend money on unneeded obligations increases as you get closer to your retirement age, because, at least for most individuals, your income rises significantly simultaneously. Maintaining your budget and spending as if you were still a college student on a minimum salary would be the wisest course of action if you're considering retiring early. A decent budget before retirement also allows you to be flexible with your money and enjoy most of your income when you aren't working for it, which isn't stretching it too far, but you get the idea. Being sensible means being money conscious, which may not sound very appealing to someone living on the edge. Number 4. Find out how Medicare operates. Health insurance comes with a job. What happens when you stop working for the organization where you've spent your time? As we become older, our susceptibility for the need for medical treatment increases. Thus, those of us pushing 65 and over will probably rely on Medicare. You don't need to be on Medicare to understand it. It's tricky and messy. It can be difficult to even understand what the Medicare annual open enrollment period entails. Learn about Medicare and how it functions, calculate your premium costs, identify any coverage gaps you may have, and confirm that your current providers accept Medicare. The most adequate insurance for you at a price you can afford, even with Medicare, so you can start learning about your new insurance before you need it. The good news is that while healthcare expenses are constantly rising, you may manage and control them better by becoming more knowledgeable about what senior healthcare expenditures might entail. In light of this, considering long-term care insurance can help seniors avoid some of the most exorbitant costs associated with assisted living or nursing facility care, which they will unavoidably require in the future. Additionally, you won't have as many unpleasant surprises. Number 5. Evaluate your own savings. If you were fortunate, you presumably invested heavily during your working years in an IRA or a 401k. Any retirement-related concept may necessitate a balancing check to determine its true implications. In terms of cash that can be used today, having a lot of money is a good thing, but having a sum like $500,000 is also a reasonable sum, and at first, you might feel safe. In actuality, the 4% annual withdrawal rate responds to roughly $20,000 in yearly income, with or without adjustments for inflation. This does not seem like much, of course, given that retirement lasts forever. Your other sources of income are not taken into account. This is only your savings account. It doesn't include sources of income you may have, such as rental income or wages from part-time work. The key is to ignore the more significant numbers on your retirement plan statements and calculate the exact amount of revenue they will provide for you. Having more money in your savings account saves time until you figure out how to sustainably reinvest your cash into other endeavors. Number 6. Implement the lower real estate tax scheme. Since many states in the United States provide elderly citizens with tax relief, it would be wise to consider all your choices to stay out of debt. Unsettling studies reveal that many elderly people lose their houses because they cannot pay their real property taxes, even though the debt, in some cases, is only a few $100s. Number 7. Create a retirement spending plan that works for you. Perhaps you're accustomed to keeping close tabs on your expenditures and adhering to a budget. Well, that's an excellent habit to celebrate since your expenses will likely change after you quit working for better or for worse. For better or worse, you might save money on transportation and commute. Since you'll have plenty of spare time before you cease working, you might spend more money on items like pleasure. Make a new budget that outlines the cost you anticipate accumulating once your career is over. A budget will give you a fair idea whether your nest egg will be enough throughout your golden years, or you'll need to save more money before officially declaring your retirement. Keep in mind that you may also need to make adjustments to it along the way. Number 8. Get rid of your high-interest loans and payments. People looking to retire frequently ask themselves, should I pay off my debt before I retire? High-interest debt is actually one of the biggest dangers to retirement savings. Credit card debt can have an interest rate of up to 20%, even if it is adequately funded. In fact, paying off debt with a high interest rate is regarded as one of the top priorities. Student loan debt is one debt that many people may choose to disregard. Jokes aside, this debt will follow you until the very end. The government can decide to withhold your social security benefits if you have unpaid taxes, which is not so amusing. Number 9. Create a plan for filing for social security. If you're like most seniors, a sizable amount of your retirement income will come from social security. This is a critical component of a well-designed retirement plan. There are correct and incorrect ways to file for social security. A recent study found that roughly 96% of Americans filed their claims at a period that is less than ideal, resulting in a combined loss of $3 billion, which is $400 million per household, in retirement income. However, even if the amount of your benefits is determined by how much you made during your career, the age at which you first apply for them might change, decrease, or remain constant. Because of this, it's crucial to plan your benefits claim rather than just wing it. For instance, if you apply for help at your full retirement age, you will receive the full monthly benefit to which you are entitled based on your work history. Your gifts will increase if you wait until your full retirement age. When choosing file age, there is no right or wrong choice. You will see a reduction in advantages and get your money sooner. You should be conscious of your full retirement age and the effects of taking benefits at various life phases. Determine whether or not you have begun receiving social security payments. When you retire, would you need the money or would you rather wait? Learn more about the potential effects alternative retirement income sources may have on your social security benefits taxability. You do pay taxes on it, yes. Number 10. Plan out how you will spend your time. Even if once you're in that scenario, the thought of having endless free time could appear enticing. The truth may shock you. It's challenging to go from a regular job schedule to a complete absence of structure, which is why so many retirees end up developing depression. Make thorough preparations for how you'll organize your days and consider what will make you feel accomplished and happy once you're retired to prevent the depression that could come with not seeing coworkers and not having a sense of purpose for going to work every day. You might believe you'll play golf twice a week and take a trip once a month, but if your savings can't support that lifestyle, make sure your plans align with your income. You'll need to develop a new strategy. Consider joining meetup groups to mingle and engage in fun activities while helping organizations whose missions matter to you. Pursuing interest to the point of complete mastery and proficiency, even starting your own business. Recognize that there are several stages of retirement and make plans for how you want to spend your first 2 years after leaving your job, as well as potential future interests. Number 11. Set a timetable with your companion. Retiring will be challenging for spouses who have not quite prepared for the change. Therefore, it is unsurprising that retirement make one feel more dependent on their partner and more alone and lost. It's amusing to imagine retiring together and immediately starting your trip or leisure plans, but this could result in a new type of marital stress. However, if you delay retirement, more of your retirement funds will be continued to be invested. You still receive benefits from one of your employers, and the medical coverage might make a big difference. Number 12. Accounting records that are combined. The fewer places your accounts are located, the easier it is to keep track of your investment income. Financial consultants advise consolidating financial statements to streamline record keeping to make it easier to manage cash flow. But as you prepare for retirement, they urge people to consider the financial implications before making any decisions, including selling stocks or mutual funds. Number 13. Reduce the level of risk in your portfolio. The worst time to incur a loss on your investment is just before it counts because it will directly impact how much money you can live on in retirement. If you don't manage your risk profile and modify your portfolio appropriately, you might have to work an additional 2 to 4 years after you're close to retirement. And that's it for today's video. We hope you learned a lot and stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.